Yo, 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 what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Streets Talk TV, and I'm back at you with another exclusive ass video gang. Hey, and for this video right here, we're gonna be speaking about the viral video. T.I.P. Tipster himself finally coming out and admitting that he snitched to get out of his gun case when he got caught with all those damn guns, just like everybody thought. He lied to the world then, well, he telling the truth to the world now, man. And we're going to dive into this video, dissect it a little bit, and really compare it to Terrence Gangster William and his position that he was in and some other artists. But first, before we dive into this video, gang, if you're new to the channel, do your boy a solid. Go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. That way you get the updates every time I drop one of these videos. You'll be the first ones to stay notified. You know what I mean? So go ahead and make sure you lock in with the gang so you be updated with all these new exclusive videos, gang. So, all right. So, T.I.P., one of the biggest, rappers that ever come out of Atlanta. He's been in the game for 20-plus years now. Grand Hustle was his movement that he ran with. And he's got a podcast now, Expeditiously. But we're going to start from the beginning. See, T.I. had gotten into some legal trouble. He's been in legal trouble for a lot of part of his, younger life before he went into that last jail stint, really. But he had got called up a few times, and, he had got some felonies on his record. And then he gets caught with a bunch of machine guns that's got silencers on them, attachments, it's got all these special kind of, guns and stuff, all these army-type guns. Well, he gets caught with them. And, they arrest him for it. He has to go get this lawyer, pay all this money to the lawyer, blah, blah, blah. At the end of trial, he's convicted or whatever. Well, he takes a plea deal where he only gets basically a year of jail time, which he basically already served out. And, he got some years of probation. Well, ever since that moment, people have said, and if you know the court system, you know it basically to be true, there is hardly no chance in hell you can be a 7-time felon or even a multi-time felon, get caught with all those guns and only do that little bit of time without telling some kind of information on somebody, something, or giving up something, to make it worthwhile to drop your time, because they're not just going to, give you a little thing like that. Whenever they looking into you, they're already actively investigating you, so they're wanting to bring you down. So, anything that you got that they can use on you, they want to do it. So you had to do something, to get out of it. And since the beginning, he's denied it. I would never snitch. I never snitched on anybody in my whole life. I ain't that type of person. I'm from the hood. We got morals. We do this. We do that. I'm going to show y'all this clip back on Hot 97 years ago where, Ebro and them was asking him about some snitching allegations to where he fully denied them, said he'd never do it. And he was the most realest person, hardest ever.
Big Meech,
but
he said publicly, hey man, I don't know why folk talking about my guy, because you know what I'm saying, this is absolutely false and not true, and whatever the blase whoop de whoop. And everybody want to believe that, because if they would have got caught in them circumstances, that's what would have happened to them.
That's a shot.
They would have done.
Shots fired.
They would have done.
Shots fired.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I stood solid. I'm talking about, I can say with a clear conscience and a pure heart that I've never ever had to tell anything on anybody about anything. I don't went and did time. When I went and did time for trap music, in between, right after Rubber Band, man, that was because they were questioning me about people that I knew, who they were working on investigations on at the time. I didn't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Although you seen a picture of me and them when you raided their house, and you seen my name on some paperwork. But get what? I don't know nothing. I don't know nobody.
Yeah,
so they made me sit for that. And I sat.
Let's move on past this.
I'm solid, home. You can check mine through and through, man.
Hey, listen, if anyone ever
check mine through and through.
If anyone ever say T.I. is a snitch, I'd say he's a horrible snitch because he's done way too much jail time.
Nah, real talk, man. And check my court minutes, my docket sheet, everything. And
then guys, get his docket sheet, please.
And let me check with the technicality. Cause usually when I say this, I put this kind of truth out there, then they try and come sideways with the technicality, which is dry snitching, which means when you go up and you are not involved in a case, but you were a witness and you have the opportunity to point the finger at somebody. When it was involved in my partner Field death in Cincinnati,
that's right.
I was subpoenaed to go to court. I was also out on $3 million federal bond and a pre-trial release where I had to walk around with marshals all the time because they wanted to make sure I wasn't gonna run and jump bond. And so when I was subpoenaed, the federal government knew, so I couldn't just not go. That's a violation of my bond restriction. Then I'm gonna lose my $3 million and my freedom. Now I got to go, and plus my partner mama said she wanted me to go, so I went and I sat up there and I told the God's honest truth. I looked at that man right there. I said, hey, look, I can't tell anybody whether or not that man was the man who did any shooting because I saw fire and I returned fire. That's all I saw. Yeah. I don't know if it was him or anybody else. That man in prison right now, not because I said he killed my partner, because who was in the car with him said he killed my partner. That ain't got nothing to do with me. His own brothers and partners. That ain't got nothing to do with me. When I got out there, go to the Cincinnati K, check T.I.
So many years later, in a resurfaced clip on T.I.'s Expeditious podcast, he tells the world that he snitched on his dead cousin Toot to get out of some charges, man. And it's the gun charges, just like everybody was talking about, you know. But then he tried to cover it up real fast and was like, but that's the only time I ever snitched or told any information on anybody. But how we gonna believe you on that when you was acting so truthful and you was acting like it was the truth way back then when everybody was asking you? You was acting like it was the truth back then and you made it seem real. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't think you snitched. You know what I mean? Because the way he tells the people, he gives the people his papers on the compound. See, Charleston White, I'm gonna bring Charleston White in here for a minute. See, Charleston White and T.I.'s been going back and forth for a little minute.
Toot died. And, you know, my lawyer said, well, you know, I can make everything go away if it was Toot, if it was Tramel's. After he had passed, I had a talk with him.
And what Toot say?
Toot said, I take all the charges you got. If you could walk away free and put it on me, goddamn right.
So is that what boys giving you shit about because you put it on?
No, hell no.
Okay.
No. Don't nobody even know about that. I just volunteered this. Don't nobody even know about that. I'm just being honest. Yeah. That's the only time I done never said or gave no information about nobody, because that's my cousin, my big cousin. He was dead.
Charleston White even said, man, with 7 felonies, how you get caught with all those motherfucking guns and only do that little bit of time? He said he had to tell on somebody. And just like that, he comes out and says he's told on his cousin now. Birdman's brother, Gangsta Williams, did the same thing. He told on some dead people after being in jail for 20 years on life sentence bids. He told on, you know, his dead friend that had some murder cases, you know, to close some cold cases and stuff to get some time knocked off of him. Now, everybody's looking at Terrence Gangsta Williams a certain type of way because he's done that. You know, Boosie came out saying, you know, he ain't his idol no more. He used to be an idol down there in New Orleans, but now he ain't because, you know, the snitching allegations and all that. And Terrence wants to know, is there any difference? Because, like I said, Boosie saying that about Terrence Gangsta Williams, but Boosie just did a joint album with T.I. So how Boosie gonna feel like that about Gangsta, but not feel the same way about T.I. and Boosie saying he don't mess with snitches and stuff, man? So it's really hard. And then you got people like 6ix9ine who basically, you know, got sabotaged. You know, dudes was fucking his old lady. People was trying to kill him. He basically, you know, turned them into the police, did a little bit of time, you know, and that was his reward for the situation. So it's really up in the air. But T.I. cannot lie no more. He snitched. He told on his dead cousin. After all these years lying to us, he finally comes out and tells us the truth. What y'all think about this, man? Do y'all think it's really snitching that he snitched on his dead cousin to get out of some stuff? What y'all think about this? Would y'all snitch on your dead cousin? What if somebody came back to retaliate? Oh, so, if you would let somebody snitch on you, right? Or would you snitch on somebody that was dead to get out of some time? Because I know, you know, that's dead. They can't say nothing. They can't go dig them up. They can't get no information out of them. You know, it is what it is. But somebody else made a good point earlier. If you lie on that dead person and, you know, and they say, oh, that's the ones that did it right there. What if who they had the beef with say, oh, They just got convicted of that. That's who really killed my cousin. All right, then. Well, now we can go get his daughter or his son or his. You know what I'm saying? You can deflect the blame on somebody else and then really get somebody else family fucked up for lying in the whole first place. So, man, it's an iffy situation. It's just really how you want to look at it, man. I say just stay truthful to yourself, man. If you got something, if you do it, own up to it. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing to it but to do it, man. If you want to do the crime, do the time. That's what they always have said, man. So, hey, y'all drop a comment. Let me know what y'all think about this crazy-ass situation, man. T.I. finally coming out and saying he snitched on his cousin to get out of some gun charges, man. Woo! Crazy as hell, man. Didn't think I was ever going to hear something like this. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, man. Hey, this is Streets Talk TV. Until the next one, you already know. Keep them talking.